I stayed where light doesn't correct itself, where silence keeps its own memory.
I saw everything,
Even when no one else did.
He didn't need force, every time he only needed certainty. A way of standing in a room that made everyone else adjust themselves.
And she did.
I watched her shrink into language that wouldn't trigger his attention.
not because she agreed, but because she survived.
There are kinds of damage that don't look like breaking, they look like adaptation. And I learned
The shape of her silence while it was still happening.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
Not guilty,
but I know what it cost her to say nothing.
Not guilty.
doesn't erase the learning of fear.
Not guilty.
And I still remember what she had to become to stay alive.
He never stayed loud for long, he didn't need to. He made reality insert and then let people argue with themselves. And I watched her try to stay correct inside something that kept changing what correct meant. She didn't break like people think breaking looks like. She adjusted until adjustment became survival.
You were there,
Not the way you think.
I didn't leave.
I just stopped being seen.
She didn't escape it.
She outlasted the version of herself that was shaped inside it.
That is not victory.
That is endurance under pressure.
Not guilty.
Not your version, not the one shaped inside distortion.
Not guilty.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen. It means I am no longer shaped by it.
I saw everything she never got to say,
Not because she was silent,
but because silence was safer.
and I stayed there.
Where truth had to survive without being spoken. Not guilty.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
It is not a sentence anymore. It is what remains after survival. Not guilty.
And she's still here.
Not guilty. And I watched her become something it could not fully take.
He's not here anymore.
But what he changed,
Still had to be lived through,
and I stayed in the shadow.
so she wouldn't